Welcome everyone, welcome. Hello, I am Monster to Mermaid, and this is Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod and trade posts for Minecolonies. Ooh, clouds in the sky. The sun's coming up, but see those clouds? That's an indication that it's going to rain today. Yes, in this type of shaders that I have, I'm changing my view. When there are clouds in the sky, it either has rained or it's going to rain, just like on Earth. And it's very fun. It's the type of shaders that Vincentius Prime has found that we've been using for this city of Jalapari. And I guess Jalapari is not a city with only 100 people, but it is a large population for what we're doing. And I'm walking right now into the cathedral, and just to show what we did last time that we were working on, and that was we were working on the pipe organ. And I'm going to come up here, and we're walking through the alchemist's shop right here, and there should be a door. Oh, I think I have to go up one more. No, this is the door right here. I get turned around in the cathedral. It's morning, and we're going to start hearing people waking up and going to work. You hear, and there's the rain. Sure enough, right on time. So it is raining. Now we'll see if it's going to be a thunderstorm. We might have to go to sleep. And dun, 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 we just entered the choir loft, and this is the brand new organ that we made. This organ is inspired by Mr. Villager. Mr. Villager, hello! Yes, I am doing very well. And so this is the final organ, and I'm very happy with it. I suppose I could bring this pipe up one more. I'm looking at that top part there, and I think I want to bring this pipe up, since there's room for it, up to here like that, because that's usually how they are. And I'll bring that pipe up one more, and dun da da da. So now it has the classic shape. And right here is where the choir master stands, and the choir, there's enough room for the choir to stand all around. That sound you hear is the hospital down below. One of the hospitals is in the cathedral, the first hospital. And so we're hearing that sound of Pedro. I love that they made that as the sound for healing. Music as the sound for healing is just very cool. And so yes, so here is this choir loft, and you can see the pews down below. And since it's raining, we're just going to walk through the upstairs of the cathedral for a moment and go. This is the community room where they have their bake sales and where they meet after prayer and after meeting together. And so we have this area here, and then down here, this leads into private quarters. This is actually the quarters for, and I don't know whether I can do anything about that. See how this is set up? I don't think there's any way to put in a door. So this is this area where the beds are. You can see it's a dormitory style, that there are 5 beds in here. So this could be what is used as a dormitory. Oh, and there's a place up here for storage. Very nice. We could put something up there, like a living room, living quarters. And depending on how many people we want to have live in these places, and at the most, we're only going to have 3. So I'm removing some of these beds because there's just too many in here. And I can't, the way Anyanka has the beds situated, we can't have like a full bed or a double bed because they won't sleep in it. So We'll just have to have it like this. And that's one apartment. And then across the way, and this is where we're at right now. We're at the point where we are. Mr. Villager, Avosi, how are you? How are you doing this morning? Mr. Villager is in chat. Maybe the organ is much better than what was proposed. No, but it always works out that way. It always works out that way when we work together, which is what I love. I love being inspired by you to do things. And they come out so wonderfully that I just really love it. And in this one, we're going to do it the opposite of the way we did the one. Let's see, for the most privacy, they should have a door. Yeah, there's that door there. And let's take away these this time. In this apartment, we're going to take away the ones that are here and just have those beds. Although, I should take that bed away and put the bed in the corner here back. There. And there we go. We just saw one of the druids coming across. And excellent, excellent. We need vanilla vertical slabs. We absolutely do. It really makes such a difference to have that. There was a mod at one point in 2019 and 20. Yay! Something got finished. Yay! Josiah was working on the new rancher, and they are finished. I think they might be a level 5. We'll go down and check. And the reason that Mr. Villager is saying that about vertical slabs is because they were something that would have been nice to have had here to use, and we didn't really. And so so we did end up using these corners, these pieces for the organ, which turned out to be a good decision. So I'm glad with that. And this is the Alchemist Mallory is in her shop right now. It's raining and she is, well, she is doing something. Hi, how are you? And she's going to check on her plants. She has plants upstairs, and you can see her brewing stands sitting all around. And we're going to go back down and we're going to check on the rest of the town now. We could go down here for a moment, yes. Oh, it wasn't mentioned, but Millionaire's site, including encyclopedia, are now back and incredibly improved. Ooh, excellent. And now there are pictures of the buildings with each level included. Yeah, that's excellent. Excellent. Oh, that's excellent. Oh, I know that you are very happy about that.
Singing in the rain. Just singing.
Genesis is singing in her shop. This is our enchanter, and hello Genesis, how are you? And
definitely not going to work during this kind of weather.
That's fine. You don't have to work. And she is dressed, all the people who live in town, except for a few of the workers, are dressed in summer clothes, Hellenic clothing, and it's really fun. Mr. Villager, could you drop me a link, private, or you can put it on the Discord on my channel. Drop a link to the Millionaire site, because I would love to see. I definitely would. When I'm not streaming, I would love to see it. And it's a nice rainy day. Let's go back to we got a notification that...
Is there a problem?
No, who's that? Oh, it's one of the visitors who's probably concerned. And there's one. That's one of our builders, believe it or not. That might have been Josiah. I wonder if he's going someplace to go eat, someplace different to go eat. The reason I was late, the Wikis link, yes. Yes. As schematic server and as someone who has been basically studying this mod since childhood, this is basically giving candy to a kid. I bet, Mr. Villager, I bet I know how excited you are. The reason that I was late starting, I wanted to start at the top of the hour, but the update of Minecolonies, believe it or not, crashed. And so I had to take it out. I had to go back to the one that worked and wait for them to fix it. Oh, did you see I just put a bed there? All right, let me look. I have a bed in my hand. Let's put this away and let's make that go away. Let's come through here, and I'm going to the new ranch, which is down here, and we're going to see. So now we have 3 ranch stations, so we can have 3 people who manage the cows. This is Alessandra, and Alessandra is one of our ranchers right now, and it's raining, so that's why she's not working. And Alessandra and Bryson are here, and then we have another rancher who's going to be, and there's Bryson, the dairy farmer, who's going to be right here. And this looks like a level 5, and it is. So now that this is a level 5 and it's done, we're going to get a pickaxe, and we're going to take away this. This was supposed to be a shelf for this rancher, but they don't need one because we have this full house behind. And let's come here, and I'm going to get a pickaxe, and I'm just going to remove this. Shared, yay, excellent, cool. Thank you for sharing that information. And let's come here. So we just removed that. They need this piece right here, so we're not going to remove it. And we looked, and we do not have someone to be a rancher right now. We have a third person to be a dairy farmer, but I don't want to move them in until we have a rancher. So this is now the ranch, the entire farm area, and we just need 2 more people to work here. The sun is setting, it's nighttime. Actually, the sun has set. The moon is up, and I'm in the field with the cows. And you notice that the animals have been harvested. The last time, so let me talk about one thing. On YouTube, and let me get a lantern so we can see. There we go. And we saw one of our wolves. Let me see which wolf this is. And let me come here for a second. This is Rude Wolf. Floof should be around. There's another one. This might be Sheila. And this is Sheila right here. And Floof is the other wolf. And Sheila's the youngest. She's the newest wolf. And we should be able to see all 3 of them. And then Pipkin. Oh, there's Floof. That's Floof right there. Just came out of the dog house, the wolf house. And let me close that right here. Just came out of here. And this is their place where they come and rest, where they come and sleep. And is this Floof? Let's see here for a second. Floof, is that you? Yes. Hello, Floof. Hello, Floof. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Okay, so that's Floof. And let me look for a second and see something on the chat. And now every NPC is visible, even some secret ones. Oh, and although unfortunately now it seems sub-buildings are not visible anymore. Sub-buildings used to be visible, or they just haven't put them in yet. And so Mr. Villager is talking about one of the other great city builders, Millionaire. There's 3 of them, Techtopia, Millionaire. Techtopia Reborn is in the process of being rewritten, Techtopia. updated, not rewritten, reborn, essentially. And so there is a developer who is working, and artists who are working on Techtopia to bring it up to 21 or whatever they decide. 21, Minecraft is up to 26, I think, and we're at 21. And we're at 21 because 21 is still where all the mods are. All the mods that work really well with Minecraft are still 21. The Byzantine culture is simply sweet to look at, and it will be a great reference for the TR designing team. Cool. Excellent in Millionaire. He's talking about millionaires. And we're just walking around town for a little bit here. I'm in the town hall complex right here. And this town hall complex has an entrance that leads to the cathedral. There's the cathedral entrance right there. And then on this side leads to manufacturing. So there's a dining hall here, and the extension of the University of Jalapari right here, and the door is open right now, but it's closed for the evening, although it might have been open for visitors, which is why the door is open. And then this is manufacturing in this area. This is the mining complex right here. And this is the industrial hall here, where we have several people. Why are you here? It's nighttime. Why are you here? Why aren't you in bed? This is the leather worker. What's the matter with you? Why didn't you go home? You have a home. He wants to go out this way, and there's no way that he can. And so he's just being stubborn and going to stay here and be miserable, right? Until Ellie, this is Ellie, the crusher. She runs the crushing plant, and she's going to end up throwing him out in the morning when she comes to work. Very curious. Okay, if you don't want to go home, there's plenty of housing there. So let's show where he could go to bed. He could go into his workshop, and there is a bed here, and he could be sleeping here. And then also down here, there's another house right here. And then over here, there is another house. And nobody's here. There's nobody in any of these houses. So this is very interesting that there's nobody in any of these. I'm going to change these beds, Mr. Villager. And we're going to put this bed here. And we're going to put a double bed right here. And then I'm going to put this in. I'm not going to have this be more than the level 1. I like the level 1 building right here. And so we're going to hold on to it. That they have this building. And then there's this house here. And there's supposed to be, this is supposed to be, let me get a shovel for a second. And let's put this away. There's supposed to be a path here, so we're just going to have a path come over like this and like this. So that's for that one and this one. And eventually, yes, we're going to have to make actual road in this section. But right now, I'm just looking at what's going on in the city. So let's come here. I have a light for tonight. And the Japanese and the Mayan are disappointing so far. So far. It just came up. Are they what they were originally, Mr. Villager? Because you're spoiled, you know. It's been years. And you're spoiled by the designs that have come out since Millionaire. Is it the same? Is it the original one? The sun is coming up. Now, I remember Millionaire before Minecolonies. Before I found Minecolonies, Vincentius Primus actually found Millionaire for me first. So what happened was I was doing a chat. I was a part of a chat community called, originally called World's Way, and then that turned into New Horizons. And New Horizons was a place that I started when there was dial-up, when you were dialing up to get online and to be in a chat. And yes, they're the original ones, basically untouched. That's what I thought. And that's why you're disappointed in them, because they haven't been changed, and design has gotten exponentially much more grand. So we'll see what happens when they get to a point, when Millionaire gets to a point where they're comfortable with the whole place and people start designing things for Millionaire again. And we'll see what happens with that. Let's go to the shop for a minute. So what I was saying was that when New Horizons had a crisis of identity at one point, and at the time that it had that crisis, Minecraft was being explored online. We were watching Paul Soares at the time, who might be the father of Minecraft streaming, because he did videos. Not streaming, he didn't stream, he did videos for explaining about Minecraft and showing how much fun it was and all that. And at that time, so Vincentius Primus went out to find me something to take the place of New Horizons, which was coming apart at the seams. And it did, for it was reborn and it still exists today. But at the time, there was this time period where it did not exist. And during that time period, I was introduced to Minecolonies. And the first one, when Vincentius Primus was looking for things, and he said, look at this is Millionaire. Look at it, it's really cool. And at the time, it was interesting. And I liked it. But one of the things I didn't like about it was that they, at the time, were concentrating on, they had their own language, and you couldn't really talk to them. And they didn't really respond to you. It wasn't as easy for me to understand at that particular point. And I was like, it's okay. I wanted to have a little bit more of a relationship with the people, like I have in Minecolonies. So then he said, well, look, there's this Minecolonies thing. Let's go look at it. And I looked at it and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the fact that I am the one who decides how the city, the player decides how the city is laid out. The player decides how many people you're going to have, where you put the city, and how the city begins. And then the people in the town build the city for you. Build the city. In other words, you tell them what you would like to have built, and they build it. Millionaire was much more you watch them live their lives, and I wanted a little bit more than that. I wanted a little bit more than that at the time. Also, in the older versions, they basically did nothing beyond resting, and that was the other thing too, that they didn't really, you couldn't really see them work. Whereas here, I can see the people go out to the fields, and I can see them, the couriers deliver and things like that. And a lot of people forget. For instance, I was saying something to Vincentius yesterday about dining halls, that someone on Discord was telling on the channel, Minecolonies channel in Discord, was talking about having like over 250 people in only one dining hall. And Vincentius was saying, well, 250 people is not a big town. I mean, if they're cooking at home, then then all you'd need is one restaurant. There'd only be one restaurant in a town of 250, and that's true in an earth town. And there was a time in Minecolonies. You remember this, don't you, Mr. Villager? You remember this? Yes, watch, don't touch. Yeah, exactly. All you were doing was watching, and in Melanair. But you remember, Mr. Villager, that in Minecolonies in the beginning, the courier delivered food to the houses, and the people went home to eat, and they ate when they went to bed, before they went to bed, and when they got up. And there was no such thing as a dining hall or as a bakery or any of those kinds of things. It was as people began to play, people like me, that we started going, oh, let's make one of these buildings a restaurant. Let's make one of these buildings, something like that. And that's what began to happen that changed Minecolonies. And Minecolonies people themselves changed Minecolonies. The style designers were intending only to keep only tasks that actually provided resources, but now there are some more aesthetic tasks and actions. It's even more a watching thing. Yeah. And it is. And I can understand that. So I don't like, one of the things about Minecraft that I didn't like is people build these massive, beautiful structures, these gorgeous homes, these immensely beautiful towns, and nobody lives there. It's just the player and the mobs. And I wanted people. And so I am here for the people. I love the fact that there are people and that they live their lives and that I can make stories about their lives. And that's the kind of stuff that I like to do. So for those of you who didn't know that, this is where I come from and this is why I'm here. And I have been here since 7, I think, since Minecolonies 7. Ooh, skin in the game. So Minecolonies team has a Patreon account, and this is Luz Niceta, and Luz is a patron of the team, and one of the perks that you get as a patron is you can have your avatar visit every single person who has a Minecolonies town. And so this avatar shows up as a visitor, and you can have them join your town. The only thing is that when they join, they do not keep their body. They only keep their head. And so I prefer to have them just come back and visit. If you don't make them a member of your town, they come and visit over and over, and it's really fun to have them do that. So I prefer them as visitors. But I was saying that I started at 7 probably because I left Lord of the Rings. And Lord of the Rings was kind of like Minecolonies in that you could interact more with the people than you could with Melanair. And so I left Lord of the Rings because Lord of the Rings was at level 7 and Minecraft had gone up to like 12, I think, at the time that I left Lord of the Rings. And Lord of the Rings is still there, and I think it's still at 7. But I wanted to have something that was growing and that you could do more with, and this was it. And let's see, like teaching, holding services, praying, inspecting buildings, patrolling, even though it doesn't benefit them in any practical way in game, it made the mod a bit more alive. Yes, Yes, I can see that. And that's the thing you just said. You don't even need to create their stories because they already have. Yeah. 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 And so I like Minecolonies because it's like Minecraft. And I know this sounds like an advertisement for Minecolonies, but it's not. It's just me gushing this morning about how happy I am with this game, and that I like it because it's like Minecraft. They're very true to Minecraft in that you can do anything you want in Alice's restaurant. You can do anything you want, and you can play any way you want. So I play peaceful. You can have barbarians, you can have mobs, you can have pirates, you can have all these different people who will attack, and you have to defend your city, and you can have armies, and you can do the whole thing. And you can create, and you can make your own buildings. You can design. These buildings are designed, and let me get this clear for people who have never been here before. These are not my buildings. Let's come here and let's go to here, and let's show the tool, the building tool. Here is a building tool. I'm going to come up into the air. Well, it's a good thing it's getting nighttime because it'll be easier to see. When you have the building tool up, you see the border for the town, and I'm just going to go beyond the border for a minute so that I can show you what it looks like when you first start. That you have a collection of towns, a collection of designs of styles, and they call them styles, that you can choose from. And this is where you choose from them. Now the local is where you keep the ones that you use the most, or that you like, or that you've selected. You notice that I have my own area where anything that I have made and that I want to keep goes into this pack, and Vincentius has one as well. And then it starts all the different styles. We are using Anyanka's Old English style as the basic style for the town. I usually have a basic style, and then I expand out from there. We've used some Shire additions, we've used some Cavern here, but you can see, and we've absolutely used War Minecraft style, Ramblin' Man's style, to make housing. Some of our houses are made out of his style. We have other towns that we've built that have used Aquatica, have used Ancient Athens, have used Underwater Base. This is a themed town for Christmas where you can build a tree that the people live in, which is very amazing. And they do it they've been doing it for the last couple of years. This is one of the new add-ons, greenhouse. And then down here is Trade Post for Minecolonies, which is also a new add-on, where these are styles that you can have, and they also add economy to Minecolonies. And then we get into the styles of cities. Caledonia, you can have tree houses, you can have medieval, you can have colonial, you can have fortresses, you can have Nordic, you can have science fiction, the space wars, you can have castles, you can have jungle, you can have live in the nether, you can have Asian and Incan and desert, and under urban birch is probably the most modern of the styles, don't you think? And let me look. I'm looking. And Lord of the Rings might be fossilized by now. Yeah, it probably is. But there probably isn't. It probably is a game that you can't really go that far with anymore. Actually, there is kind of bigger lore piece behind, in case you have heard about the creation quest. Yeah. By the way, there is even translations section, and there are some wild dialogues for the villagers can share between themselves, which also contribute to the mod's general lore. Also, it's entertaining. No. I like that. And thank you for that information. That was one of the things that I remembered, that they had their own languages, and you could. It seemed like you could learn them, but they didn't really have it so you could learn it. If they had had it so you could learn the language or something, that would have been really cool, and would have been really fun. So there's all the different styles that exist, and you can mix and match styles. So as we can see here, these houses here belong to Ramblin' Man. They are warm Minecraft housing, one of my favorites. And then we have from my stuff, I scanned villager buildings and brought them in specifically to because Mr. Villager wanted villagers to be here, and I promised him in the very beginning that he could do that we would have villagers. Mr. Villager and I have since what? Oh, Anne May. Hi, Anne May. You're new? Cool. Nice to see you. Welcome. How are you? Welcome. And you have a channel? That's good. That's very good. Very nice. And welcome. And so Mr. Villager and I have been telling this story in where he is an ambassador to villagers, and I am an ambassador from the nation of mermaids. And let's go to the Coconino River for a minute. Cool. And let's come here. And I'm going to go down into the water so you can see who I actually am. I am a mob. This is my story. In this game, I play a mob, and yes, I have what I call siren sight. And let me show myself. Dun, 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 dun. Let me show myself from the front. And there we are. Dun, 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 dun. I am a mermaid, and I'm from the nation of Ta'ana, a mermaid nation as ancient as the witches. And you're from India. Ah, cool. Yay. Check out what was found in the Byzantine culture. There is the lone monastery where there are Razophors and the abbot. Interesting. Well, that's cool. That's cool. That is cool. What part of India? And so let me change. So yes. So that is a mod called Mermod that I'm using. It gives me siren sight, so you can see that I'm able to see at night. It's going to go off when I dry off. There it is. I lose my siren sight and I lose my tail, and I come on land, and then I'm a little mermaid. Your favorite dish in India? And the skins that appear in references. The abbot is younger than the Razophor. And you think that's funny. Mr. Villager is saying that's very funny. Your favorite dish is Maharashtra? Oh no, you're from Maharashtra, India. Ah, Maharashtra, India. Cool. I'm in the Midwest of the United States. I'm in the state of Missouri right now in the United States. Yeah. The reason that I have people, Ayush and now Anme, and her favorite dish is, their favorite dish, is dosa. Nice. The reason that I have them is because Jalapari means mermaid, in a language that is based off of Hindi. The language is based off of Hindi, and so they recognize that name. Some talk with Ayush. Yeah, if Ayush comes in, that would be cool. Because Anme and Ayush are both from India. And watch. And Mr. Villager is in South America. And you say namaste. Namaste. Yes. And I don't, my Hindi is not, yes, I know. My Hindi is not very good. I'm like basically a very early learner of Hindi. So I'm not able to speak it right now. But I do recognize some words, and I do know some parts of the language, and I like that. I like that indeed. And so okay, so we've been talking a lot. We've kind of been flying around and seeing. I'm using my magic as a mermaid. I'm swimming through the air. It is an ability that the mermaid scientists give to ambassadors to allow them to be on land and to allow them to be ambassadors to a town. A town starts out with 4 people, and the 4 people who start the town request an ambassador and agree to the terms of the mermaid nation of Ta'ana, that they have Planned Parenthood and that there is no fighting, there's no war. They are allowed to compete.
Yes.
Druids are allowed to compete in archery games. That is the only weapons that are allowed, are bows and arrows, and it is for the druids to compete in competitions. And this is the University Sports Center right here. And for the first time ever in one of the towns that Ta'ana has fostered, we actually have allowed a hand-to-hand combat area. But this is also a sports. This is also for sports. So if there were horses, and we would do those challenges, but since there aren't, we do allow some sport combat. It would be like football, the equivalent of football, and archery. So we have we have a specialist and we have one of the coaches. Jessica is one of our coaches. Malachi, our other coach, is taking care of the mine. He has replaced the mine druid because the mine druid lost their life. The first person to lose their life here, we have almost no enemies, so the only way that people can lose their lives is if an accident happens. And he had an accident, and so he was lost. And he's the only person. Harrison is the only person, and that was just a couple days ago that it happened when I was trying to make a thumbnail to put on my videos, on my streaming videos. I was in the world, and it happened during that time. It didn't happen while I was playing. And so, but beyond that, we have Dar. Dar used to be at the university, but he's decided. There's Jessica, and Veronica is the champion. Veronica is the champion that Jessica is training. And where's Dar? Dar, where are you? Are you getting something to eat? I'm surprised he's not here. He might be getting breakfast or lunch. We do have a place down here a dining hall where they can be served. And I don't see him. This is Wesson. Wesson is running this No, that's Dar right there. See the bow? Sure enough. So he was just getting some lunch, and now he's going back, and he's going to practice. Dar is actually going to become the Mind Druid. He's decided that's what he wanted to do, so he is going to come here and get his skills up. If we look at his skills, we can see that he's not ready yet. He's not ready to do this. So let's go to the skill set. So Dar is 21 and 16. That's not bad, but you can see that Jessica, who is the coach, is at 60 and 56, and Veronica, who is the champion, is at 62. And so we want him to get up to 30. And when he gets up to 30 in his abilities, then he will become the Mind Druid. So we send a security. We send security down into the mine with the miner. And Riley is the miner. Let's go to the mine for a minute. We haven't been there in a while. And so Riley and Harrison were friends, and they were in the mine for a long time. And when Harrison lost his life, Riley was very sad, and he didn't work for a little while. While he was mourning the passing of Harrison. But there's Riley. So there's Riley right now coming out. It must be hot down there. Hi.
So what will it be for you?
Just looking. Thank you. And he is, we'll go down and see. He is working in the mine, and we can call Malachi. Let's call him for a second. He was not down in the mine. He was actually sleeping. I called him away. Oh, he was probably in the tavern asleep.
Is there a problem?
No, Malachi, there isn't. So Malachi is the other college professor. He's actually a coach and at the sports center. But for now, because we do not have somebody to take Harrison's place, he is filling in. This is the mine, and this is what Riley has built by himself. Riley by himself has put in all of these floors, and we just passed one where he was mining out. Let's see if we can find another that he's mined out. There's one coming up. And so this is what it looks like when he goes in and mines. He makes all these tunnels, and what's he doing? He's searching for materials, bringing up stone, and doing all those kinds of things. And just for a second, and Anmei is going away. Okay, Anmei. It means talk with me, yeah. And so it works with the term. Anmei is saying she didn't understand. And thank you for being here, Anmei. Ayush is able to understand. Anmei might not be able to understand as well. I don't understand her as well. But I like I like trying to understand, and I like having people who speak different languages because I like learning languages here. And to get annoyed and Mr. Villager is talking still about it is too bad to get annoyed by the fact that the different skin tones in the Hellenic styled colonists don't have different hair color, or instead sharing it. I got something somewhere. Let me look at something for a minute. I'm going to go here. Let's go up here and see what I missed. That means don't worry. Okay. All right, cool. And it was good. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. So let me come here for a second. Let me come out. I'm going to go back upstairs. And it feels like it's nighttime. I'm just going to fly back up. I was taking the ladder down, but I'm going to fly back up, and I am here, and now I need a ladder. Let's see where the ladder is. There it is. I need the ladder to get out, and there we go. And so there was just one of the couriers giving Riley a delivery. Riley was waiting for something, and he got it, and so now he's going back down, and he's going to start mining again. And when we look, we can see in his inventory what he has got.
Today.
So the courier just picked up most of the things that he had been working on, and most of the materials that he brought up. He has cobblestone and stairs. That's what he's building with. So he is going down and find some more minerals and some more stone to bring up to be used in the town. What's this? Hi, Miriam. Miriam is I don't know. Let me think about that. I don't know. I've forgotten what Miriam does. She has a specific job, and I've forgotten what she's doing. I know what Dixie is doing and Brooke. The women in this area, the industrial area, Ellie, Dixie, and Brooke. Ellie is the crusher. Dixie and Brooke are stonemasons, and they work in this area along with Lucas. Lucas is here, and Kishore is here. Kishore? And Kishore is our ore smelter. Lucas is our blacksmith. And we only have one of both of those. We have 2 stonemasons, and we have 3 tree farmers, foresters, sawmills. We have 3 carpenters. We have 3 sawmills. We only have 2 tree farmers, but 3 carpenters. And this is the warehouse. So this warehouse is where all the materials are put. Let's see. Just saying this after seeing the archer trainees. Oh yes, that's true. Yeah. Yes, he is going down the ladder. For those of you who don't have channels, I'm responding to chat, which you probably know, which is on the channels. This is where everything is that the people make. Ooh, they received a shipment. Hold on for a second. Let's sort, and let's come here. And so I can look at everything that's there. So if I wanted to look at stone, I can see all the different kinds of stone that is in this warehouse. All of this stuff is in this warehouse, has been collected, made, and is a part of them making housing and stuff. And so this is where the couriers come and get everything. And I'm going to think of Miriam in just a minute. I can see her name was something, but now I don't remember what. I can go to the town hall and look for her name, and then it'll tell me. Why don't I do that? I rarely forget them, but every once in a while I do. I have 99 people, so it's 99 people that I have to know. This is the town hall. Let's go inside and let's look at the book right here. And this book tells us the people. And let's go to Miriam. R-I-A-M. Do I not have that name? She's not one of ours. But she has to be. I thought I remembered her. We didn't take her. Wasn't that weird, Mr. Villager? She looked like one of our people. I don't have any names starting with M. But of course I do. I have Mallory. So there's Mallory. So was that name Miriam or was that name Mallory? It might have been Mallory. There's Malachi. There's the M's that I have. Wasn't that strange? And when I look for M's, let's go down to where the M's are. There's Madeline. Maisie, of course. Marcos. Yes. Why wasn't it? Oh, because I'm saying Miriam. And I know who she is. She's the horticulturalist. And sure enough, she's the horticulturalist. I knew. I could see her. And yeah. All right, let's go down. I'm going to do a day in a life. I'm going down. I'm going to look. Go through the town for a second. And so we're going to go to sleep. This is the remnant of the supply camp for Old English. The town hall is made on the supply camp for Old English, and includes several nested buildings. The town hall does, and those nested buildings are the library, the dining hall, a tavern, and so this is the Stick and Cobble Tavern here, and this is one of 3 taverns that we have in the town, but it's really only one of 2 because we have 2 taverns that are combined to make the resort, but this is a separate tavern, the Stick and Cobble, and then the dining hall here. And Briella is running the dining hall right here. And there she is. Hi. How are you?
Tis a fine morning.
It is a fine morning. And so people are going to come in here and they're going to either get food for takeout or they're going to sit down and eat. So you can see people waiting to eat in here. And apparently there's no dress code because Riley is sitting here
Good
like
day to
this.
ya.
Lucas. So both Lucas and Riley are shirtless. Their jobs are very hot. And it is summer here. And so they are eating. And that sound you hear is them eating. Let's go to the, we can't go this way. This is the brand new apartment building that went in. And if you would like to see me putting this apartment building in and you have a Twitch account, you can go to Twitch and you will, today is June 21, July. It's July 21st, 2026. And within a week of this time period, you can still see me working to put this apartment building in this section. I had wanted to do it from level 2, but I had to wait until level 5 to put that building in because it interferes with a couple of other buildings, and I did not want it needed to be built all at once. Now we have a wishing well here. We haven't done much with it yet. This is trade post, and we'll have to come back and do, but this is trade post, economy. Now the way I'm using the economy is, this is how we deal with visitors. Visitors come and they have coin, and when they want to buy stuff, they pay for it with coin, and here's the coin, minted in an unknown land. We have about 2 million coin right now, and we can see what they do. He didn't sell anything yesterday. And then we can see if we put a minimum stock, we could see it there. Now, we have done research and we have different tiers of things that we can buy. No, Eli, I'm just explaining to them what there is.
Is there a problem?
No, everything is fine. So if we needed something on this list, we could buy it from here, but these are things that we don't need, and so we're not going to buy anything today. We would use the coin and we would buy it. And then this is a list of the things that they sell, that they can sell, and you add to this list. And then they'll sell those things when they have them available. And Mia over here, Mia is doing DoorDash right now, and she is serving food to people who aren't going to go to the dining hall. She actually delivers perpetual stew to people. And so,
I'll take care of it.
yes, I know Mia, I know. Let's come up here. This is Wade. Hi, Wade.
Okay.
What you doing? What you waiting for? You're waiting for something? You want to get out? You're pushing me out? You're not going to wait. It's like, I am hungry. I'm going to go get something to eat. Okay, fine. So what's he working on? He's upgrading a residence. What residence? Hold on. What residence are you working on? He might be working on these residences down here. He should be. I think he is. He used to live here. This is a level 5 of this house. Now this is a Littleton style level 5 home, and this is the way we have changed this home. We've done some changes on the first floor. We haven't done anything on the upstairs floors yet, but we'll close the door. This is what it looks like when it's vanilla. This is a level 4 here. This is not a level 5 yet. Let's see if he finished one yet. Is this a level 5? Yes, this is a level 5. So this is what the house looks like, the way Thaler designed the inside of the house to look. And so this is the way it looks. Now I modify the designs to fit into the specific towns the way I want them to fit in. So he is waiting for something, and I'm going to see what he's waiting for a moment. Here, he's waiting for light gray wool. So what would be the problem? Ink. Ink would be the problem. There's no black. How much do you want to bet that there's no black? Let me come back to Jack. Jack, can you show me the sellables again? Let's see if there's any ink here. There is not.
This
That would
looks
have been nice.
fantastic.
Ah,
What's next?
did you hear that? Someone just bought something. Someone just bought something from Jack, and now Jack is going to put another flower. Did you see he just put another flower out there? He's selling bouquets and flowers, and people are coming and buying them. Now we can tell the visitors from our people because visitors have on armor shoes. So they have on various levels of armor, boots, and that tells you, gives you an idea of their status. So she has on gold, he had on leather, and you'll see some diamond, and there's a pair of iron. And these are all visitors. And if I was looking, if I wanted to replace, there's our special visitor. If I wanted to replace, for instance, the guard that's in the mine, I would look at the abilities. This is Luca. He's a druid. He's got, wow, 26 mana and focus. He's quite interesting. He would be an interesting addition, but I'm not taking any visitors right now. I'm not adding any visitors to the town because there are people in the town who want to have children, and we are working on getting some housing in the university area available for them. Hunger lurks here. Are you hungry? You need to go and eat? Mr. Villager, get something. It's that time. So we have, I think Maisie is working on this house. Let's see if it's a level 5 yet. So this is a bakery with its own restaurant, dining hall right here. Nixon is working here. And the baker is not going to remember right now. Gilbert. And Gilbert and Yasmin live upstairs. They are a couple. And they're not an official couple. They just like living together. And they raised Gilbert's relative, Luna. She came in from another town, from a war-torn town as a kid. And Yasmin and Gilbert raised her. And she's living here. She's still living at home, essentially. And this is what Maisie's working on. She's upgrading their house. One of our builders is upgrading her house. And when she gets done doing that, there's one of our wolves. When she gets done doing that, she will upgrade these 3 houses here. And all of these houses, these 3 houses will be used to house families who are going to raise children when we have a time where children will come in. We only have 6 kids come in at a time. And when the 6 kids come in, this is their school, and Estella will be their teacher. She'll come back and teach, and the like. So for right now, we're still waiting for that to be done. These villagers, not visitors, these villagers live here. This is their house, and they work in the university extension. This is the villagers' library that we put in specifically for Mr. Villager's people. And then this is the second university building, building 2. And back here is a library, and we still have to work on this. I haven't done any work today. I haven't done anything. And because we have 16 villagers, we have a golem. You have to have a certain number of villagers and you start getting golems. And so we have a golem in this area because we have villagers here and they live here. And if we go into this house right here, we can see the villagers. There's one in the bed there. And the others, where are you going? Okay. Oh, they heard me downstairs and they were checking to see who's coming in. And so they live in that house. And we just saw Wade. What Wade was doing. He's working on housing. Let's go here. I'm going to put up a lantern so I can see. I'm going to walk through to Maisie. Maisie's one of the first 4 people, and she lives in an apartment in this cathedral, and she works from this builder's shack right here, which is on the cathedral land specifically to build the cathedral. And she was instrumental in doing that. Remember Ikromi? Yes, I do. Oh my gosh, Ikromi from Prosino. Yes, Mr. Villager is asking me if I remember a villager from another town, the town of Prosino, and that we have. And you can actually see that town and meet Ikromi even. It is in my playlist that the life of that town is there. I think that's 19, right? And let's see what she needs. She needs white paper enamel. White paper panel. I don't think there's enough sugar cane in the warehouse. And I don't think there's any ink. So I'm going to go check. We're only using ink for dye. And we are getting it because it can be harvested easily when the squid throw themselves on the coastline. When they're old, they throw themselves at the coastline, and so it's easy to harvest that in other cities, water cities like Seabridge is a water city, or Naraluk are water cities, and so we can get ink from them. And there is ink. Okay, so Santino can make black wool or light gray wool or gray wool. And I can check and see in just a moment. What was the other thing I was going to look for? Cane. And there's enough cane. Yay, team! We are getting more self-sufficient. And we don't have to import as much. We still have to do berries, apples, kelp, and mushrooms. We don't grow enough of those for us to not rely on importing them. What did I say I was going to look at? I saw something and I said I was going to check. Now I don't remember. Just had to scratch the brain to remember that. Yes. And yeah, let's come out. So paper, that's what I was going to check. Let's show this. This is a clipboard that shows what people need. And let's look at it for a second. And this is an advanced clipboard that has a special thing here to view only things that the player is expected to fulfill. So see that white paper extra is here? That means that someone can't make it. So I'm going to start with Sutton. Sutton is a sugar farmer, and he usually makes white paper extra pieces. And so I'm going to check and see if he can make this. If not, we'll have to find who can make it. But let's go to the sugar farm, one of our 2 sugar farms. We should really have 3 sugar farms because of how much paper is in use. So let's come here. This is Sutton. Sutton has this greenhouse, and the sugar here is his. And it's time. Oh, you have to go. It sure is time. I see that time. All right. It was nice for you to be here. Mr. Villager has school. And thank you. Thank you for being here. That was fun. It was fun having you here in chat. And I will see you next time. And no worries. No worries. I know what you have to do. I know what you have to do. So you have a good day, okay? And we'll see you next time. I'll see you next time. So Sutton is here. Let's look. Crafting. But see, he can't craft from a cutter. So that means that either the Fletcher or the stone or the mechanic might make those things. Let's go to the Fletcher, Marissa, for a minute and see. Bye. And there is, that's for me to take a drink. That's my signal to take a drink. And I'm drinking juice. I'm just drinking mixed fruit juice right now. And Marissa's here. Let's look at the cutter and let's see if the recipe. No, it's not here. So she can't make that. The recipe does not appear for her. So is it a carpenter? We can go to Juliana and see if Juliana makes that. Let's come here and teach recipe, and it's not here. Interesting. Let's come here and see if I can see what the recipe is. Oh ho ho ho, I have to make it. I have to make it. Interesting. Hold on for a second. Let me make sure that the mechanic can't make it. Do you hear that sound? That's Pipkin. That sound is the parrot. that you were hearing. We don't have any foxes. And so that has to be the parrot. Let me go to the mechanic, Giovanni, for a minute and see if he can make it. Usually there isn't anything except short grass. You have to collect short grass for them, but there usually isn't too much that... Hold on a second. Where are you? Are you up here? Oh, I see. Well, well, well. So you decided to do the mechanics up here, huh? Okay. Okay, I heard them. They're working on something of their own. The light is on for the lighthouse that's attached to this. Let's try one more time to recipe teach. And it's not here, but I'm going to try here to teach the recipe. Panel. Let's read what it is. Nope. Let's read what it is. Come here. Paper extra panel. And look, we're getting an alarm for one of the climate-controlled greenhouses, and we'll go and look at it in a minute. Let's come here, and let's go to recipes, and let's teach white paper extra, white paper extra, and we should see panels here, white paper extra panels, and nope, so he can't make it either. So it looks like no one can make this. Hi, Giovanni. It seems like something the carpenter or the Fletcher would be able to make. I don't buy the fact that the player has to make this. I'm just going to come and look for a minute. Teach recipe. Teach white paper extra. There it is. And no. Alright, so yes, so it is something that I have to provide. So since I have to provide it, I'm going to. Now if you were in, I could see if there's white paper. Let's go to the warehouse and see if there's white paper extra. And if there isn't any, I can request white paper extra. So let's go here and let's sort, and then let's look for white paper extra. White paper. So there isn't any. So let's come to here. Let's go to this warehouse piece right here. Let's use this. And let's look for right here. Select from here. And let's find what I'm looking for. And it'll show me how to make it. So this that I'm using is a warehouse edition trade posts add-on to the warehouse, and it's showing that we need white paper, and we don't have any. And white paper is made from paper, and so we need to make how many? It looked like it said like, let's see if I can make 20. I might not be able to craft all, but let's see if I can craft. So we don't have enough paper to do that. We don't have enough paper for that. So we would have to make paper. And paper is made from cane. And I don't want to make paper. That's something that they can make. So I'm not going to make paper. So I have to go and request that either Sutton or Jaziel, that they make paper for me. And I'm going to request 64 paper. So we're going to go to the post box. Not post office, post box. And we're going to request paper. So the post box is in the marketplace right here. And here it is. We had requested steak, and we're in the process of waiting for the steak to be delivered. That we requested an amount of steak. I'm going to cancel. I'm going to do it this way. Steak. Let's request 64s at a time. So I need 1, 2, that's 28, 3, 4, and that'll give me the amount that I need. And let's now do paper. And I need a stack of 64 paper. I know I can request paper extra, but I'm not. I'm going to just request the paper, since they can't make the panels anyway. Now there is one other possibility, and I just want to check for a second and make sure that the stonemason can't make it. Let's see if the stonemason, if Dixie or let's see if Dixie or Brooke can make it. Let's go to Dixie. Dixie is the second stonemason, and so she has less. Good night. That's one. Good night. Hi, Pedro. Pedro is going home. He worked the night shift, and now he's saying that he's going to take a rest. Let's come here and let's try that one more time. Teach recipe. Teach. I know it said that the player could, but that is such a thing that needs to be used. I can't. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I couldn't imagine that there wouldn't be somebody who could make it. And there we go. So Dixie is going to supply the white paper extra. I'm going to remove my request because it's going to interfere with Dixie getting the paper that she needs. So we're going to come down here. We're going through the town hall center to the marketplace. And I'm just going to remove my request since I found the person who can make it. She's going to request for the paper that she needs. And you can see that I'm getting a delivery, so we're going to cancel. Let's see if I can cancel the delivery. Let's cancel the delivery of that. We're going to cancel the delivery, and that paper is going to go to Dixie, and Dixie can get it. And the courier's going, ugh. All right, so that was what Cash was waiting for his build. Violetta, let's check on Violetta, and that will allow us to check and see. This is peas, and peas, why is it not showing the rice field being maintained? Interesting, not being maintained. The rice field and the peas and the, what's the other thing that we're going? Soybeans are all in this hot and humid house. What is it? What's the matter? Rude Wolf, what's wrong? Are you looking for something? Hi! Are you okay? Yeah? Okay. Let's come down here and let's go to the greenhouse. Miriam, by the way, is the horticulturalist in this greenhouse. And Nikolai is the farmer, and we can see Miriam out in the field now. And we'll close the door because it's hot and humid in here. And she has plenty of stuff. So let's see what it says now. So this field was last maintained today, and last maintained today. So she just hadn't gotten to it yet. She probably had taken some time off. And they can have as much as 3 days off before, hi Miriam, before they lose the temperature of the fields. As you can see on this notification, it will revert to its natural climate in 4 colony days if not maintained. So you have plenty of time to notice and to collect materials to keep this running. This is trade post for mine. Actually, this is Greenhouse Gardener, and which is part of the trade post for Minecolonies family. Greenhouse Gardener and that warehouse piece that we were looking at belong to that set of developers for which are adding to Minecolonies. And here we can see the biome, and we have to set. This is a hot and humid biome, but we also have to set the cold and dry. We have to set all the materials just to make sure. And here's the materials. So we have to set the ice and we have to set the magma. Otherwise, they keep asking for the other materials. We set the wet sponge to keep it wet and dry sponge to make it drier. And so in this warehouse, they are using hot and humid, so they're using wet sponges and magma to keep the temperature hot enough and wet enough to grow rice. Now we're growing the new rice. This rice is recent. We don't have rice in rice paddies anymore. We have, and there's a name for it. Mr. Villager actually found it, or it was Jelly Bean who found it in chat and gave me the name for the rice that doesn't need a rice paddy. And that's the rice that Minecolonies has chosen now. And then water is really hard to code, I think. And so that's why these are peas. They may look the same, but they're actually not. So this is rice here. And these are peas. You can see the stakes that the peas are on, and then over here are soybeans. And all of these don't grow in this area. This area will not grow them, but in this greenhouse we can grow them here. Let's go check the other greenhouse in the middle of the night. I've got a lantern. I'm going to cut through the farms. This is all the farm district, starting with those climate controlled greenhouses. You can see the moon coming up. We're going past the fishery. This is one of our 2 chicken farms right here. I just picked up, I know I did. I just picked up an egg. I picked up 5 eggs. I've got a lot of eggs. Let me put those in here. I'm going to make sure that they go in here. And she's got a lot of eggs. So she's got some chickens. They'll be picked up in the morning. And let's continue on. We're going past housing. These are farmhouses right in this area. And then, of course, the fields. And there's the new moon. It's a beautiful new moon. It's Chromie Hills. And texture pack. And then we have farm huts. This is the dining hall for the farmers. This is the farm dining hall right here. Close that door for now. And then this is one of the 2 sugar farms and surrounding farms. We have an apiary. We have the composter is here, right outside of that sugar farm. And then we have the flower shop. More housing. This housing is for farmers. This is a guard tower here, and this belongs to, I believe, why can't I remember Ivan? It's either Ivan or Pedro. I'm going to, wait, I have something in my hand. Hold on. Okay, now, no, wait, I have something in my hand. Hold on. have things in my hand. I can't go to sleep with things in my hand. Hold on. Who's that? Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. All right. So this is the other greenhouse, and this is the hot and dry greenhouse. And we were explaining yesterday on Twitch that one of the cool things about this mod, this add-on greenhouse gardener, is that if you use, for instance, sponges is perfect for these houses. If you use sponges, you can have wet sponges, a set of wet sponges, and you use them. You bring them to the house that's supposed to be humid, and they get dried out, and then they can come over to this one, which is supposed to be dry, and be used here. And when they dry out this house, the sponges get wet, and those wet sponges can then be taken over to the hot and humid and used there. So it's really perfect. And then we're using magma because we can get it from our Naraluk, one of our other cities. This is my story, by the way, for Minecraft. When you go into play, you'll find that those are things that you have to arrange for yourself. You're either going to do them as a player, or you're going to have some kind of story where that's provided in some other kind of way. But that is player oriented, and the way I choose to do it is with a story. I'm from a wealthy nation. In the very beginning, we help the people, the poor, and the town that grows to get to a certain point, and then they pay us back for all the materials that we helped them with in the beginning. Let me see what she's doing. She is not working on anything. Yay! This is good. That means this new clinic, we have a new farm clinic going up right here. When this clinic is finished, we will repair this tunnel, and this clinic will be inside the tunnel in the same way that this arcology, dark dust, this is a dark dust builder that we put inside this cavern tunnel specifically. And when this is a level 5, we'll do the same. This is a cavern sugar farm. Hi, Jazz. This is Jazelle. And we have Estella here. Estella is the school teacher, a professor, but she is also a skilled doctor. She has her medical degree, and so she's filling in until
a problem?
we find either another doctor or another teacher. It depends on what she wants to do. But Estella is actually the teacher. And what is this? Is this a level 4 or level 5? This is a level 3. Whoa. Okay. This is a newer building. We just, the town council just decided, and this is my story, just decided that they're going to build this building. So we're going to have Violetta continue to raise this all the way up to a level 5. And like I said, once it's a level 5, we can actually have close up this part of the rail tunnel again, and all of this will be on the inside, and then this will be on the outside. So you can see the tunnel. This is the top of the tunnel and the top of the sugar farm, where we have these durum wheat fields. They're growing on top of this sugar farm right here in this area. And we have an arcology farm house. This is one of the arcology buildings. On top, oh, it's raining. I stepped in just in time. It started raining. And we connected it to the, I think it's just a Shire farm down below. So these two farms are connected. Are you in here again? So this is what's going on here. Let's recall. What are you doing? I thought I fixed this. Let me try again and re-tag this building. Every once in a while, the tags are weird. If I can't re-tag this building right, let's do this. Okay, yeah, see these work things right here? Let me take all the work tags off for a minute. Let's come, I think, can I get high enough that I can see the tags? I can't. I'll have to go out for a second. Point up here. So I have a work tag, I have several work tags, and I have a ground level. Let's go to work. Let's click on work. Let me make all the work tags go away. And he shouldn't be going to the ground level. And let's put work tags back. So there's ground level right there. So maybe there was a work tag underneath that part right there. So we're going to put in a workstation there. And do I want to put one someplace else? Maybe a workstation right there. Okay, and I'm hoping that changes where he's standing so that he doesn't end up standing in the hut block every once in a while. That's a glitch in the matrix. So, okie dokie. So it's raining, and there's Brian coming in now again. So Brian's back to work. You notice that he was hungry, and but he wants to work in his field right now, and he is working in his field. So he's growing nether peppers, and he's growing what else do we need? And that's hot and dry. Chickpeas. I think these are chickpeas, and over here are the nether peppers. Yes. On the stakes, those are nether peppers. And then outside he has a couple fields that can stand the weather. This is cucumbers out here, and right here I believe that this is, I don't know. Let's see, let's look and see. It is eggplant. I should have recognized those. And we had one more. Those are the two fields we have here, cucumbers and eggplant. And then there's a pepper field that's up near the Shire area. Did you see that horse? We have wild horses in the area, and that's why we have fencing around these farms, because this is one of the wild horses. This area had wild horses when we got here, and we're trying to preserve the forests and the green areas where they fed, so that they can come back and breed in their natural habitat. They can come back to where they were. This area right here, see that red mark right there? That red mark right there is somebody needing something. So I'll go and check in a minute. We do have a barn here for horses, and when the time comes, if the time comes, we could have them. Where was that red mark? I'm looking at it still. Okay, let's see if I can find it. I've lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay, see right there? That probably means that someone's sitting at the table. The wolves come sometimes to be fed. It's you. I know what it is. She doesn't have any room. Is that what's going on here? Let me look and see. What is the matter with you?
'Tis a fine day.
Please make space. That's what I thought. What are you saying? Inventory. Why aren't you dumping in here? Is this disconnected? I didn't put these here. Why aren't you using those racks? Or did I? I must have. Request a pickup. We're going to request a pickup. She has too much food. She should only have 3 of each. We could combine this and that'll help, but she still has too much. And so we'll let some of these foods go away. Why are you serving fish and chips? Because that's the only fish and chips. Are we serving fish and chips? Yeah, to allow, this is the farm, and there's a fishery nearby. So we're letting them serve fish and chips because of that. Yep, I think that is what is going on there. Okay, this is in the farm country, so they're serving biscuits and gravy. They're serving hand pies and stuffed peppers and eggplant doma and broccoli. We do have someone growing broccoli and mint, and of course the baked goods. And you're not serving any yogurt at all? That's interesting. You're not serving any yogurt here. They're serving quiche as breakfast for breakfast. And maybe because they have I thought I saw it. Yeah, because they have biscuits and gravy, that's why they're not serving yogurt. It's fine. They do have pickles, so they do have something that has what is that stuff that you need? What is that stuff that you need? I'm being very silly. Enzymes, gut health stuff. Pickles will help. Pickles help with that in the same way that yogurt does. Hi, Josie. Josie is lead druid. She is responsible for all the security in the city, and it was very disturbing to her what happened to Harrison. But she is determined to make sure that everyone else is safe. We're going to sleep because it's raining. And in the morning when we wake up, we can hear the rain. And look, see how the clouds look? The rain stopped, but the clouds are going away slowly. And I love that part, that the clouds don't just disappear, they go away like clouds do. And there we are. So it rained last night, so it's still a little cloudy this morning. And I hear, how close are you? They're probably in one of these houses here. That's really close. I'm like, yeah, that's close, all right. Oh, you're stuck on the chair. He's stuck on the chair. Yeah, I know you are. Let's take this chair off and he can go. Yes, you leave. Thank you. And we'll put the chair back. Villagers do get stuck on some modded furniture. If you're trying to get a villager to stay somewhere, stick a chair there. Because they get stuck on those. So we were looking at Violetta, and did we start her? We did. Let's come down here and see that Violetta is going to start working on that clinic. Can't get lazy. Dun, 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 dun. And she is working on the clinic. It's early in the morning, so she hasn't come into work yet. You see that Jazz is here, but he's a farmer. And he's growing cane for us, sugar cane. And he's also growing cactus and bamboo for us. So, remember we were talking about that we might need another sugar farm? If I put in another sugar farm here to make them more self-sufficient, I would have to put it in the ground. I would put it here and make it another either cavern, sugar farm, or let's see the choices that I have. I don't like having, there's the air conditioning. Whoa. Okay. It's going to be 90 degrees Fahrenheit here later in the day. And so it's probably up to, hey Siri, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? It's 85 already. And that's why the air conditioning is coming on. It's 85 Fahrenheit right now. And if I come here, I can actually tell you the centigrade. Centigrade? Is it centigrade? It's 29. So that for those of you who have Celsius, it's 29 Celsius. I want to say centigrade, but it's Celsius. 29 Celsius in Missouri in the United States right now. And so that's why you hear that noise. That's actually close to, unfortunately, the air conditioner unit, and it comes on and makes that sound. And I do have a little bit of padding, and the microphone, facing the microphone just away a little bit more, makes the sound not as obvious, but it's still there. So that interrupted me when I was going to do what? Do you remember? Why are you, so you just want to be here, is that it? You just want to be able to be here? Well then, I'm just going to take this away, then. There won't be a chair in here, if you insist on coming. I see what's, okay, let's take these out. So he's attracted to these, and I don't know that I want you here doing that. Where are you fishing? There's nothing for you to fish here. Let's take these away. See, he doesn't have a job now. I want to put some other kind of storage here, and I can. Let's look at a chest. Let's put a chest here for him. And this is Pedro. It is Pedro who's here. And I would like to put a chair here, but he's just going to have to sit here for right now until this guy decides to go someplace else. There's no place to really fish here, and so I don't want that to be his job. He lives, uh-oh, did you see that? That was someone using magic to teleport. That was wild. The Genesis teaches them spells that they can use, and they do use them. So we know what Violetta is working on. We know what Cash is working on. Josiah isn't working on anything. Let's go back and get Josiah to work on these farmhouses back here.
Not good enough for you?
What are you talking about? There's one of the farmers. So you can see farmers here going out to their fields and working on them. Hi. And we're going to come, I'm going to go inside this field, but I'm going to do it the right way. We're just going to walk through the animal farm area here. Let's walk through here, and let's walk out here. And look who we've got. We've got a pig. And there isn't any place that they can go. I could use my carrot. I do have a carrot on me. I could use the carrot and make them come back. Come on, you. Hey, you. Come on. You don't want carrots? No, you're not coming back? Everyone else wants carrots. Come on. Come on. And there we go. There we are. Okay. I'll take the carrot off. Close the door. And yeah, I've gathered them all. And we have a pig farmer. The pig farmer is Brendan, and he's feeding the pigs right now. So that pig was going to not get any food. And let's come through here. And every once in a while we have to get the animals out of this area too. They gather in the morning. Can I get some wheat? Let's see if I can get some wheat for a second and bring those two sheep out of that area there. Okay, and can I close it now, or did she close it? She closed it. So see, we have a bunch of people, a bunch of animals right in this part. So Mr. Villager taught me this. And so I'm going to do this right here to have both of these. Let's open this gate and get the cows out of the house. So we're going to bring everybody back. Let's bring all of them back out to here. So we're bringing them back out pretty far. And then I'll take this away for a second and this way. Go back into that area and get the rest of them to come out. So see right here we have cows in this part right here. We're going to get them to come out. So I'm going to go in, get the ones that are in the house. Get out. Get out. And bring them all back. Open this up completely so that they can all come out. Come on. Come on. And now quickly close this before they go here. And that one animal right there, close the door. I'm going to have to use a lead on. So we'll take this lead and we'll bring this animal out. Come on. Come on. I know you don't want to come out. Come on. Look at this. Look at them refusing. Come on. Come on. What are you stuck on? There we go. Okay, so finally you decided not to. Okay, so let me push through, and let me take this so that no one goes back in there. Hey, you. Come on here, you. Yes, you. Come on, everybody. Come on out. Okay. And now we'll get them, close the door. And where's the one that has the lead on? There you are. Take the lead off, and now we've got them all out. Yay! Okay. So I want, this is a level 5, so this is done. And we need to go back through the house, through the farm. Now this is the farm here. And you go back through here. See, and they're making cheese. This is where they make cheese and yogurts and those things, yogurt and cheeses in this area. And this is only, I think this is only a level 3, this house. Oh, it's a 4, yay! So let's have Josiah bring it up to the level 5. This is now going to be a level 5 house in this area. And then the other house that we were just there, I'm going to fly over top so I don't let anybody in. Close the doors. Can they get in if there's pressure plates? It seems, but I can't put anything in yet because this is only a level 4. And Josiah has to make it level 5 before I can put something permanent in. So what I guess I could do is try putting pressure plates here. Should I put them on the inside or the outside? What do you think? I have to put them on the inside. Let's see what happens if we put them here. that might be a good thing. So let's leave those for a minute. He's going to take them away when he builds. And it's nighttime and there is extra housing in here. There's only one person who lives here. So I'm going to use the other bedroom tonight. This bedroom right here, and go to sleep. I can use their housing. And there we go. Now I know that I can rearrange this differently. I have this way because we had this huge farm, and you can see I expanded the amount of land that the animals had from right at the end of this house. That was all the land that they had, and I wanted them to have more, and so they started coming back and spending all their time in this corner back here. So we decided to put a farm back here to manage the ones that wanted to be in that corner. It's actually working really well. It looked like a lot of animals, but when you look at it from above, it's actually a reasonable amount. Now they do have times when there are a lot of animals when they're getting ready to harvest, but most of the time it stays like this. And they can't get out. They can't get out. So I will get this one to come back and go back in. Come here, both of you. Come here. Wait, no. Quickly before the pigs notice. Yeah, we'll dig that there. And wood pressure plates, the only thing I'm afraid of is that, see where they're standing, where Bryson's standing? If they're standing on a pressure plate, then the door is open. So it's almost better to just leave it. I know I could put in the special thing that we have over here. We're using it already at this house right here. And I don't know whether she's using it yet. She still seems to be confused, and I don't know why about using these. They used to use these all the time. And in some other cities that I have, if they can't use these anymore, they can't go anywhere, because these, the villagers, the townspeople do use the scaffolding. And this is one of the ways that you can keep animals from, yes, she's laughing. You can keep animals from escaping by doing this, by having this. Why don't you have any rabbits? Oh, you do. You have one. Don't you need more than one? How many rabbits does she have? Is it going to tell me? I don't think it is. Do you not have enough rabbits? I don't think it's going to tell me minimum. It only tells me that breeding is on. That looks like 2, doesn't it? Or does that only look like 1? I think that's 2 rabbits there. She's supposed to be making me some rabbit's feet, but I don't think that she has anything right now.
So what will
does
it
she have
be?
on her? She has skins, and she is collecting. She just doesn't have a lot of rabbits right now. It's most curious. So we have rabbits. We have a rabbit farm for the druids. Druids have always used rabbits' feet, and because they use some, and the fur, of course, in colder areas, they use the fur. Druids do, and because they do, they eat the meat. And we normally have, because we have druid populations, we normally have a druid rabbit farm for them so that they can have the traditional food and tools that they're used to, rabbit's feet. And we actually need some. And let me get her to make some for me. I need some for research. And I think I need like a large amount. Let's go up into the university and see how many I need. it, there's a spell that can be researched, and that spell will allow the couriers to be faster. And so we need 32. So I'm going to go down and request 32 rabbit's feet for the research that needs to be done on that. You can see that there's been some changes, that Carter is now assistant dean, and he's running the main building, and Hayden moved to the new university building, and so we have the dean, Hayden, and the Carter is now assistant dean since, what, are you stuck? Oh, Emery, you are, and look, she's stuck with stakes. Okay, so we do have some of that, and that might have been what Minecolonies was trying to fix earlier today. I'm going to have to get out and get back in because I still have an hour to go, and she is stuck. So when that happens, I go back to CurseForge for a moment. Let's find CurseForge, and we'll go back, and we'll reload the game. So let's check and see. Minecolonies was adding a new update, and it did not work this morning. Let's see the Minecolonies and see how many versions there are. So there's still only the one version, so we're not going to update to that because it wasn't working. So let's update, let's do what we have right now. So we're going back and play the game that we were playing. I just wanted to check and see if they noticed yet that the game was crashing with that update. So they haven't had a chance to do anything about it yet. That was only 2 hours ago. So it's a very complex system. And so CurseForge is loading the Minecraft loader for NeoForge, and we're waiting for that to come up, and when it comes up, then the NeoForge is loading the game. The game is loaded and ready to play, and now we'll let CurseForge go away, and we will come to load the world. So you should see something in a moment. Back on the screen, sorry about that, but there isn't anything there. Dun, 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 dun. And we're back. Usually getting in and out fixes people who are, fixes some things that when they get messed up. Wade is started working on the residence, Maisie is working on the residence, and Cash is working on the residence. So Violetta is working on the hospital, and Josiah. So we're at the point where we're all, or I should say 99% of our buildings are level 5, except for the housing. And we're, how did that get there? Escape, escape. Did that show on your side? I don't think that did. I hope that didn't. Let's come here. Oh, I see why it did. I was changing my view so that I have first person view. And so all of the manufacturers, all of the workers, all of their shops are all level 5, except the shopkeepers. They are 1 and 2, which is the equivalent of a level 5. So I have 2 of them. One of them's a 3, one of them's a 2. That's a level 5. We have all of these buildings are level 5s where they work. And now we have maybe a third, maybe I think a quarter of the housing right now is level 5, and we're working towards having all the housing be level 5. And so that's why everyone's working on housing right now. It's so much better to put the housing in after you have the farms for the food and the dining hall, you only need one dining hall, the dining hall for the people to get fed in. So I like to have more than one dining hall because I have people all the way back in this corner. See this corner back here? That if this dining hall wasn't here, they would have to come all the way to this dining hall in here to eat. And then we have people all the way over in this corner, way over here, who would be coming back to the town hall dining hall because it was the first dining hall. So rather than have all of these people in this area come to there, we built another dining hall right here. Now, when you have that many dining halls, what begins to happen is you need more food and you need more chefs. So we have the chefs for these dining halls. We have Emery in the marketplace for the town hall dining hall. We have Yasmin, and Yasmin's here. Yasmin's downstairs of this place. This is a vanilla version of Littleton. This building right here with these pots on top. We're going to get real chimneys from Adorn. Adorn has actual chimneys, and we're going to, this is the fun of having more than one mod, and we're going to replace these flower pots, which look really cool, as chimneys. If you're in vanilla, that is a really cool look. But we're going to use the chimneys from Adorn. These are Adorn's chimneys, and there we go. And they only smoke when I'm in the area. They start smoking when I'm in the area. Some of the other chimneys smoke because they actually have fires in them. Why did I make that chimney go away? I'm looking at some other chimneys that I need. So let's take, so these chimneys have fires in them and they're working. This chimney here is one, it can have this top on it. And we don't have that many, so it's not like we're going to have a ton of chimneys. We only have a few of the houses that have those. I'm going to cough. So the air conditioner is cooling off the upstairs. I'm actually down in the lower level of the residence that I am in right now, and it gets cooler down here than it does upstairs. So because it is underground, and so I'm going to have to put on a little jacket. If I'm coughing, it means that I'm chilly, and I'm going to have a little something to drink. And there we go. All right. And there was a time when I did like 3 hours and 3 hours and 4 hours and 6 hours without having anything to eat or drink the whole time. And my system doesn't like that anymore. It's not recommended. You're really supposed to stand and stretch and do all sorts of things every hour or so. Look at something different, do all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of bad about doing that, but I limit myself to 3 hours at a time, just to keep track. So, we were talking about that we might need another sugar farmer to keep up with the sugar cane. And if I do that, Cash could work on it. And we could set it in this farm area down from the hospital. So on one side of the hospital would be that sugar farm, and on the other side of the hospital, right in this area, we could put in another sugar farm right here. Why don't we do that? I'm going to need this pickaxe and shovel probably. Let's get the builder tool and let's go to Cavern style. And oh, except that we thought that we might do Shire or Arcology. So let's look at some of the sugar farms and see what we've got. So let's go to Shire first. Because it's kind of underground, that's what we're using for the hospital. And let's see if I like the sugar farm. What Minecolonies calls the plantation is what I'm calling the sugar farm. So let's look at horticulture. And it is mostly outside, see? And it needs a water source. Wow, that's pretty. But we can't use this. This is the level 5, what it looks like. And it needs to be near water. So we're not going to use that one. Let's look at arcology for a minute. Arcology right here. And horticulture, and sugar farm. And it's this one. Level 5. So this is what this sugar farm looks like. To not have the same building, it's okay to have the houses be the same, but I don't like having the same manufacturing buildings and things. This is for growing cactus. This is for growing bamboo. This is for growing sugar. I might have to come, I might do that. The Cavern one looks like this. And this is the one that we're using. The sugar farms are always sort of problematic for me. We're using the default sugar farm, and that's this building here. And the level 5 of it. So you can see the Cavern one, the arcology one is kind of smaller. It's different in the way that it's set up. I prefer this setup. Let's look at, that's the default. And let's go back to the alternative. Oh, ooh. But this would have to have a separate farm, a separate sugar farm. I love this alternative farm. Level 5 looks like this. But the only problem is there's no sugar field attached to it. And this was the one that I was having problems with, where they weren't recognizing the sugar field. And so I don't want to use this one right now. Shoot, because that would be fun. I could experiment and see, but if I did that, where would I put it? So see right here, we have housing here. We have this part right here. This is outside of this building. Would it be possible to put this building on the other side here, like right here, on the other side of the, see, this is the rail. Oh, you can't see. Hold on. Let's go to bed. And then you can see what I'm talking about here. He's just going to spend his life down there. So we'll just let him. There we go. It is morning. And I'm going to come down. Is he still here? Yeah, he is. So I can move him out. No, I can't. He's just insisting on being here. He can get out. He just likes it here. Should I give him a different kind of job? Let me do something. If he wants to work here, he can be a stone cutter. UTTER. So he can either do a cutter, or we could do a blast furnace. I think the blast furnace would kind of be like a heater. We could put a heater in here and put the chest on top. Put the chest upstairs and have a blast furnace there. I think that's the one that he can use. Is it the one that he can use, or is it the smoker? I think it's the smoker. We're just gonna look at it as a heater. There it is right there. Yeah, that makes a nice heater. And if he wants to do that, he can. Or we could have the cutter. And if we want to have a cutter here, I don't like having these stone cutter pieces. See what they look like? They look like that. I don't think I want one here. So I'll take that away. And here we go. So let's go back over here where we were. Let's take the build tool and let's look at this part right here. So see where we have this area right here? Let's see if we can drop that sugar farm piece, turn it around and drop it over there. Now what I have to do is make sure that it's not interfering with the buildings that are in this section right there. So where is it and where is it in relationship to where I need it to be? Let's push it back to here. And I think I can push it one more. I think I can see this in this place. Yeah. And now let's bring it down. Let's see where it is inside here. And there it is. So it would be sitting right here like this. And I would want it to be right here, but let me see the buildings that are nearby. So let me go over here and look. So we have a house here. It's not in this house. This house is fine. Oh, you've decided to take over this house, have you guys? You've decided that this is where you want to live? All of you? Hi, Aiden. You like having them here? Okay. Let's go to the chicken farm and see if we can see that farm interfering in this chicken farm area here. We cannot? Yeah, we can't see it. So we would be able to see the white lines of that building in this part, and we're not seeing it. So that means it doesn't interfere. Of course, it's sticking out this much. Do I want it to stick out that much? I could have it stick out to there. So let's move it one more in this direction and see if that makes a difference. So that I'm lining up this border right here and that border. This border right here and that border. That's good. Let's go out and let's see if I can see this. Now you can see it. See right there? See that? That's what I was looking for. Now it's in the house. And now we can't have it be there like that. So I'm going to have to go down to the next one. Or I could have it be here and just move it down. Let's try moving it to this section here. So we're going to move it this way. And put it right here. So that blue was coming on because I was in the area. Now we can see this building here is on, and this building here is on, which means that they're in the neighborhood. but I don't see white up here. See in this area here, I don't see anything where it's going to interfere with this building. It's just in the neighborhood. Let's bring it up and let's see where it is. There we go. So there it is right there, so we can see it. So it's nowhere near this, and this is only one floor up. This isn't underground. So we have plenty of room for that. Yay, so it can be here. Excellent. So let's come here and let's bring it back down in this location right here. And there we are. So do I want it to stick out, or should I just go ahead and have it push it back the one? Let's push it back one so that it's not sticking out. And let's go with getting the hut block out. So we're going to dig in here until we find the hut block. That red block is what we're looking for. It has to be visible in order for us to assign a builder. So we're just going to remove this part of the stone here until we see the hut block. So I still don't have a hut block yet. There it is. Ta-da! There it is. So that's all I have to remove to make sure that they can build it. And we're going to assign a builder. So this will be the third sugar farm that we'll have. And there's Violetta. We can see Violetta working on the clinic right now. She's going to work on that sugar farm. So we're going to have a sugar farm there. On the other side, we're going to have a field. And let's see how this is going to work. Let me look at a couple fields. Let's look at Cavern first. And there's Cavern's fields. And the sugar field, let's turn to Cavern. Let's turn to default. And I don't see fields here. Let's turn to alternative. Let's go back. Fields. That's a sugar field. That would be wonderful. Let's just have this. That's a perfect sugar field. I like that. Will it fit here? I mean, it's meant to be inside something. It'll be inside this mountain. Let me see how deep we can get this. It might be too tall to put here, and that's what I'm looking at. So the farm, oh good. So see where it is in relationship to what we're looking at. So let's bring it down. Let's turn it this way and bring it down in here, and let's see how, for it to be on the ground where it will be. So there's the ground, and that's where it would need to be, and it's too tall to be here. However, it could be here. We could bring the mountain up over top of it and have it be here. I think I might want to try that sugar field. I think I might want to actually try this sugar field. So what that means is this is where the farm is, and we'll put the sugar field right smack dab in the middle of this, and it would be here. Let's push this way, and let's look at the inside. Let's look at the groundwork for a second and see what it's showing. This is the whole thing. and see where the farmer is supposed to walk. That's water. Let's turn it this way. So there it is. So see the water places, and it would be like this. Let's push it back one more. And let's see what it looks like on the surface. And it's probably sunset now. It is. And sure enough, so it would be right here. We'd have to bring this hill up to cover it up. I think I'd like to bring the hill up and cover this up and just have it be underground right here like this. So let's find the hut block for a sec. And once it's built, we'll cover it. Let's come back here and let's dig out the hut. And so this is the extra sugar farm right here. This is it. And there's the hut block. And assign a builder. So if we assign Violetta to this, she's going to build it immediately when she gets done. We could assign cash to it, because I want Violetta to continue working on the clinic until it's a full level 5. And let me see how close she is to a level 5. I think she's only at a level 3. She's working up to the level 4 right now. Yep. So she's got a ways to go. So we would have to have cash, assign cash to this builder, this build. So why don't we do that? So let us come here. This is a decoration. So we have to, when we assign a builder, we're not going to be able to do anything, but they're going to build it. That's the next thing they're going to build. So we're going to have cash come and build it. Build the building. Dun, 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 dun. It's a decoration. See, and it says a request has been made for decoration. And he'll start working on it when he comes back. And then whoever is finished first, I think it's going to be Cash, he's going to work on the sugar farm itself. And as far as sugar farmers go, we don't have a lot of people left. Of the 99 people that we have, I don't think I have that many people who could take over sugar jobs. And let's look. So Jazz is doing this job. Amari is doing guest services at the resort. Nia is running the library at the town hall. Tatiana is a combat nurse, and she has just gone into research, and she's just enjoying doing research. She is a druid. We could have Tatiana. She was a combat nurse, so we could have her go back to being a druid, and we could have her either study archery or just be a druid and assign her to one of the druid stations. So I'm not going to give her that. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to put on the Akasha records that's what we're going to do. I'm getting a thing from YouTube saying that there's some problem with the stream, but hopefully it'll fix itself. Let's come here and let's find Tatiana. Tatiana came in pretty early because she actually was doing the nursing before we found a doctor, so she's way up at the top of the list of people. She wasn't one of the first 4. And there's Mean. And there she is, Tatiana. So she's in the first 10. And we're going to put her as possible druid. And it shows that she's doing research at the university. And so we'll put that as to show that we might decide to do that. Heidi. interesting. Heidi would be okay here. Heidi is running the library, and Iris would be here. Look at Iris. So Iris was going to be a possible dairy farmer or something. Let's look and see if Iris was possible third dairy farmer. She has the skills for that as well. And her dairy farmer skills are more. Let me see which she has the greater skill for. Let's look at the skill set. A dairy farmer is focus and knowledge. So her focus is 9 and her knowledge is 8. So she actually is a dairy farmer. And so I don't want to use her as a sugar farmer at this particular time. And Heidi is the one who doesn't really have anything to do except she's running the library right now. So we don't have anyone. So these are going to be future jobs for children. We have to get some more people, and these will be future jobs for them. They're not available yet. So in that respect, all of that is good. We're going to find a future doctor or a future teacher, depending on whether Estella wants to stay here or not. And for this clinic right now, Estella is running it, but she is the primary teacher. She taught all the kids. Dennis, one of the Fishers, taught the first set of kids. He decided he didn't like it, and so he wanted something else, and he decided he was going to be a fisher. And he loves fishing and loves his family, living with Madeline and Leia and their kids, and he's very happy doing that. And so it's just, a full moon. So obviously he decided he didn't want to be a teacher. So we are waiting for, let's see if Emery got us the stakes that we need for research. We're going to go all the way back to the other side of town for a little bit here. Do I have, yeah, there's a lantern. I have a lantern. I'm carrying it just in case it's too dark in some areas. And I haven't said much about it here, but for those of you who watched yesterday's Twitch stream when we put this up, this was my dream for such a long time to have this house here. And I just love having the house, this residence at the end of this block. And we have people, hi, your door's open? We have people living here. Ellie and Boone and Briella moved in here, and I forgot about, that means that he's unhappy. Did I put him someplace? I should have put him in this house. Let's see if the forester who was living, who is related to Boone, Maximiliano, Ellie and Boone raised Maximiliano, and Maximiliano is here, and let's look and see what it says. And it says he's homeless, which means he's staying at the tavern right now. Let's come here and let's see who's in this house. And in this house we have 3 of 4 people. We have Alec, Kishore, and Lucas. Alex should be here because it's near the Kishore. Lucas? Why don't we have Lucas move out? I'm going to have Lucas move out, and we'll have Maximiliano move in here and be with these guys. Let's see who's staying here. I think this is where Brian and Juliana are living here, in this house right here. Brian and Juliana are here. And their kid, one of their kids, Jeffrey, is it one of their kids or is it Anichhausen? Yes, it's Juliana's kid. Jeffrey is living here, even though he's an adult. He still wants to live at home. And this is Phoenix and Ismail living here. Phoenix is the dairy farmer, Ismail is the farmer. And they are living in this house. Right here, they have kids, a bunch of kids, and so they're living there. I think Ismail and Phoenix are the first grandparents, that Brian is one of their kids. They actually have grandchildren. And so we moved Maximiliano in to the tree farmer's house, which is what this is. This is actually a tree farmer's house here. And then let's come down to the apartment building and let's put Lucas in there. Lucas works right here. Let's see how far away he is from his work. If we move him, there's Lucas. If we move him to this apartment, he might be too far away, but we'll see if he is or not. No, he isn't. He's not. This is good. Okay, so Lucas is going to live here in this apartment building, and that is good. Now, I don't like to have more than 4 people living in a place unless they're family, unless they're already an established family. So what's an established family? Let's see if I have someone in the area who actually has kids. I don't think I do in this area. We have couples who have, unofficial couples who have raised children because they are relatives of theirs coming from another city. So it's like children of their brothers or sisters or cousins have come and to this city as kids, and they raised them. Let's come down here to Madeline, for example, and we can show what it looks like when they have an official family. And this is Madeline right here.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Where are you going? Probably going to get something to eat. See how low she is? So she's going to get something to eat. So right here we can look at family, and there it is. It says that Alea is her official partner. Her official partner. And although Dennis loves her, and Dennis lives in the house, and they spend a lot of time, Dennis is the other fisher. Alea is fine with that. Alea is a chicken farmer, and she's fine with Dennis being in the house. And these are their kids. So they have Veronica and Salem, Mauricio, and Jazz are all their kids. And that's what it looks like, an official family looks like. I believe I have another official family here. I think that, yes, I think that
Right away, mate.
Josiah has an official family also. Yes, Salem is his partner, and Nixon is their kid. So he's Josiah's kid, and Salem and Josiah live together in the animal farmhouse. I believe they're living in the animal farmhouse. And because that's close to the fact that Salem is a farmer, and it's easier for him to get to his farm if he lives here. And Alea moved in with them. Alea lives with them. No, Amani lives with them. And Amani is living in the farmhouse. She is the shepherd. She's living in the farmhouse with the 2 guys who are partnered together. And Nixon, their son, is, I believe, now he can't be here. Yeah, he's not here. Because I think that he's actually either a courier or he's a druid. And yeah, one of the nice things about having, I stepped in the water and now I have silent sight. Did I step in the water? I think I did. One of the nice things about having Trade post, one of the things about trade posts, yeah, I did have siren sight, is Cannon. That was courier, by the way. Cannon trains the animals, and this is the pet shop. Cannon is the trainer. We have 4 pets. The parrot's out of range. Let me bring the parrot back. There's Pipkin. Hi. Hi. How did you get out of range, huh? Let's open this door again for the wolves. And we just saw that we also have a rude wolf, we have Sheila, and we have Floof. And those are our 3 wolves. And there goes Pipkin off. Pipkin can look for, this is Pipkin's, this is their pack. And Pipkin can find things. And when they find things, they bring them back to their perch right here. So she's found saplings and sticks, and the corn is from Cannon. Cannon is feeding Pipkin corn. The apple is what Pipkin found. Floof and Sheila and Rude Wolf are helping with the animals. They help manage the animals, so that's what they do. And what makes it really nice is Cannon trains them, and they are attached to Cannon and to the town. So I can have pets in the town without having them attached to me. So if you have an animal attached to you, to keep them from following you all over the place, you would need to sit them somewhere forever. And I don't really like doing that, and so that's why. And plus, I go underwater. And if they try and follow me underwater, well, they don't have any breathing apparatus, so that's not good. So it's one of the reasons that I don't have pets, is because I can't. My nose has started itching. So, is because I, first of all, fly a lot, which the mermaids call swimming in the air. I fly a lot, and I also go underwater. Now this pool right here is for axolotls, but we're not going to have any of those. We've had axolotls at Arnarluk, and they are very difficult to keep in captivity. They're very unhappy. Cats, we can now have cats. Cats have been added, and yay team! We can have cats, we can have pandas. We want to have a pet pig. And I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that. But since I have 3 farms now, I can probably have a special area for the pet pig. But the pet pig should have a special area here. But we don't really have a house for a pig. This is really for the wolves. Right here we have 3. There's water in the corner there for them. And straw beds. You can see they have really pretty beds there. And so, yeah, that's for them. So in order to have a pig, I probably need another place. And if I did have another place, I think maybe I'd put it right here. See, this hill belongs to them. So I put the place for the pigs here. Let's think about that for a minute. Let's take this down. Now this is for the original wolf. We had a wolf before Rude Wolf that didn't get a name, and that wolf actually got poisoned by, it picked up a pufferfish and was poisoned. Trade posts for Minecolonies made it so that Cannon, the trainer, can actually save the animals if something like that happens to them from now on. You have to do research for it, and I'm so glad that they did that. But right here, see right here, we could put in a door here and have a little area for a pig to be in this spot. And we can see, you can see this is where the wolves are, back in this part right here. So we could do a continuation of this wall right around this part. So we could put in this here like this, all the way up to that part there. And the ceiling and stuff, I think we're going to leave the ground this. We could make it muddy in here, and that might make them feel better. And we have to have some water in here. Is that water? That almost looked like there was water in there. But we can have, is the water on the other side of this? Hold on. No, it's not. So we'll go ahead and put in a special water place here for why don't we brick in the water place right here? Let's put that there so I can brick in water. Make a fresh pool. Put it right here and right here. So that doesn't leave a lot of room for a bed, but it is big enough for one pig, don't you think? Or should I bring it out one more? I could bring it out one more, but it would be to bring it back one more. Maybe I'll bring it back one more. Let's put a light right in the doorway for right now. Right there, so no one comes in. Let's bring this back. One more right there. There's the end of that. And let's put the water here. So we'll put the water back here, 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 and then here. And then this can be dirt or mud. And I'll fix that in just a minute, because this right here is going to be where the water is. Right there. And then let's do this part around. And then let's put in the wall. Now this is going to be interesting when we go out, because the wall is going to show right in this spot. Well, we might want it to. Might be okay. See? That part's going to show there like that. And on this part also, that part is going to be there. But this is going to be the little area. A ceiling? Yeah, I guess so. Let's see what they're using for a ceiling. They're using this, and we'll do that also. So let's put this on the ground so I can see. And let's just make a low ceiling. This is for diagonals. Let's make a low ceiling. This is in fact for the pigs. So we can put a low ceiling right here. And I'll go out and see what that looks like in a moment. And we can either have some grass area right here. Let's have a second piece of grass right here and here. But then right here we can have mud. And what kind of light are we going to put in here? I don't think we need a light in here. I think this is going to be a nice, pretty dark place for them to come in. And let's do one of these doors, so we can put a door here. And that's fine. And let's make these go away from me. Let's get some mud. D. So this is mud. And let's get a bucket of water. P-U-C-K. There's a bucket of water. Let's put the water in there. And let's put mud here. And there's mud right there. And right here, we're going to put a plat. One of these, a frame, an item frame. Not an item frame. A fruit basket. Let's put a fruit basket there. And then we can put all sorts of different fruit in there for them. Right there, like that. And where's their hut piece? So see, there's the Pipkins is right here. The wolves have it over where the farmers are. And we could put the one for the trough. We need a mushroom trough for the pig, because they're going to be a truffle. They're going to look for truffles. And we could put the mushroom trough in some space right in here or just right out here. Let's see what a mushroom trough looks like. These can go away for right now. Let's put this up. How close am I? I have 10 minutes. Yay. Let's come here and look at what a trough looks like. A mushroom. Which trough is this? That's trough for the corral pets. And that's for the pets that are working in corrals. So is it a mushroom? M-U-S-H. Can I find it? There it is. The mushroom scavenging base. And there it is right there. And it has to be made by a carpenter. And it's made with logs. And we can request this. Whoa! It's got a piece of mycelium in it. Okay, so this is going to be a special. Do we have any mycelium? We're going to have to get Gregory, who is the import-export in my story, the import-exporter, to order mycelium from one of the cities. Or we might find it. We might actually find some mycelium in the, what's this called now? Mushroom scavenging base. We might find some mycelium in, there it is. So this is all set and ready for a pig. And for the pigs, I need the trough, the mushroom scavenging base first before, and then we need 16 beets. So when we get enough beets, when we get the trough, the scavenging base, I'm calling it a trough, but it's the scavenging base. And when we get the, let's go to the warehouse. And we'll get ourselves some beets and see if we already had ordered one of those. What are you doing out? What are you guys doing out? Who let the dogs out? Let's come here and let's get carrot. Let's come here and let's get these guys to come back in. Hey, you. Come here. Come here. Come here, both of you. Yes, come on. Come on. You come in. And you come here. Come on. There you go. Okay. So we brought them back in. And we're going to go back. We're going to lift up and go over to the warehouse and see. I know I get so concentrated. And I'm sorry about that. I'm concentrating so hard. And I forget to look at chat sometimes. I don't have to worry as much about chat on yet on YouTube as I do on Twitch. We're at the warehouse. We're going to sort, and we're going to see if we already have a mushroom scavenging. We do not. There's all our mushroom stuff. And mycelium, we definitely don't have. MY. We look at that. We have some. We must have gotten it from the market. Look at that. Yahoo! Excellent. So we can now request at the post box for them to, this is one of the nice things about having the marketplace, is getting rare stuff like that. You have to be able to buy it, but you can at least look for that kind of thing and get it. And we must have done that before. Yay! So let's come here and let's see what the rares are. So notice there's an ancient tome 5 of them for 8,000. That's an excellent price. We're going to buy those. We have a miner, so we don't need iron ingots. The 4 apples for 1,000 is a good price, so I'm going to buy those to the golden apples. And that's the only things that we'd be interested in. Everything else we can make. The bartender makes ice for drinks, and so they can make the ice. Let's take these and put these here in the stash box, and they can go back. I thought I bought the tomes. Hold on, what happened to them?
Right away.
I bought 5 tomes. Where'd they go? Oops.
Okay. Hi.
I bought 5 tomes and I didn't get them. Ooh. Ooh. I'll go back and make sure that I did buy them. But before I do, I've got flowers and lights. These lights, this light is mine. These belong to them. I've got some cucumbers. This is from me walking through the fields. And I've got some stuff on me. All this other stuff is for decorating, including the trees. Why do I have buttons? Oh, because I was doing that other stuff having to do with the, I do need chain for chandeliers, and I need flint and steel to turn on chandeliers, and so I think I'm good. Let's put these things in the stash box for them to be picked up. And this grass block was me making the pig room. And right here, we're getting some stakes. How many do we have? So far we have 57 of the 4 stacks that we need. So we're still working towards that. But in the meantime, let's get a mushroom.
Hi.
Let's see. There it is, mushroom scavenging. And we only need 1 of these. So we're going to request that that be built for us. And who built it? Wasn't it the carpenter? Yes, it is. So let's make sure that Juliana knows how to make it. I'm going to run over to Juliana for a minute in the last couple of minutes that we have here and make sure that she knows how to make a mushroom scavenging. And here she is right here. Hi, Juliana. How are you? And let's come here. Ah, she's working. See? She's making stuff. Cool. Excellent. So we're going to check here at the teaching, and let's find this piece. And sure enough, it is a carpenter. And I need log, and I'm going to want it made out of oak log. Does she have any oak log? She has planks, but I don't see any logs. So let's get a log for teaching. We're just going to get 1 piece so that we can teach this recipe. And we're here and teach Vincentius Primus, everybody. Vincentius Primus. Teach recipe. And let's come here and get this. And let's teach it. So sticks, mycelium, and logs. So we're going to use these logs. And done. So now she knows how to make one of those. So she'll request the materials needed. I'll put that back in my library and she will make it. And what did she just finish making? Did she just make all those bowls? She just made bowls. She just made a whole bunch of bowls. That's what she did. I guess we do need some more. Let's see how many are in the warehouse. They're having a meeting. Let's sort. And right quick, let's look and see how many bowls we have. None. Look at that. Woo! Only a single bowl in the warehouse. So that's why she was making some. We have 5 dining halls, and they use bowls. So, and our chefs, we have 5 dining halls and 3 chefs. We have Brian, we have Yasmin, and Emery. And so those are our chefs. And they make all the food that's served in the dining halls. And so that's one of the things. And let's come here and let's look. Let's come through and look. Come to here and look. And I think we are done for now. Because it is now, I've been on for 3 hours. And so thank you, everyone. Look, there's the parrot in the air. So next time I come in, we'll look at getting a pet pig to be a scavenger, a mushroom scavenger, to look for truffles. So we'll get a pet pig to do that. And then we will get a, we will have a new sugar farm that Cash is going to start working on. I'm going to cough. That's a symbol that I need to stop to. So, and get a rest. And get a rest. So thank you everyone for being here. I hope you enjoyed watching. And this is Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod and Trade Post for Minecolonies and a bunch of other decoration mods that I like to use. And so that is how I play my game. Enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. And today we're listening to Drone Hands music in the background behind me. And Drone Hands is a musician. You can find information about his music in my down there in the links. And we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus now, who look who's come to say bye. Oh, that's so cute. So we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus right now. He's going to play the guitar, and I will see you soon. So Pipkin and I are saying bye for now. Bye for now. Thank you.